Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to Transcendent as Fuck with Iena SpiritWalker. Here we talk about all things metaphysical. So intuition, energy healing, animal communication, and even trauma. Basically, all the challenges and blessings of being a spiritual being in a meat sack. My name is Iena SpiritWalker, as you may have guessed, and I'm an internationally known animal communicator, healer, medicine woman, and life coach with 25 years experience. Today's guest is Beth Wollenschlaeger, and she is here to talk to us about how to sync up with heart math. Beth, welcome, and thank you so much for being here.
Thank you, Iena. I'm just so delighted to be with you and your audience today and to share a little bit about what I know about the heart. So I'm excited to be here. Thank you.
Beautiful. So tell us a little bit about your experience with heart math. What do you do and how long have you been doing it?
Well, I am a heart math certified mentor, and that means I trained with the Heart Math Institute to learn how to work with my own heart, to learn more about it, and then to help people work with their heart. I like to remind myself and everyone else, we all have a heart, but do we really know how it works or what it can do? And the more I study this, the more I'm learning about it and the more there is to learn. I'm really passionate about it. I started doing this during the pandemic. But before that, I'm also an astrologer. And before that, I've been in the healing field for over 10 years, 10, 12 years. Before that, I was very black and white. I was an accountant. So I bring all the practical stuff, this metaphysical stuff. It has to have a practical application for me. And the heart math, I like to call it heart harmonizing, like what our hearts can do for us is really amazing on so many levels. Like starting with the physical level, we can learn through the heart math techniques or heart harmonizing techniques, as I like to call them. We can learn how to sync up our heart with our brain and our nervous system. I mean, everybody's talking about our nervous systems lately, like there's so much going on in the world. And wouldn't it be nice to know how to work with your heart so that you could approach life from a more centered place or from more composure? So that's the first thing, that this developing is what we call a coherency practice. So coherency in any system means that all the parts are working together optimally. So when we have heart coherence, those three systems, the heart, the brain, and the nervous system, they work together. And in our bodies, that means we're using our energy efficiently. And so by learning these techniques, we learn what to do when we notice our energy is draining. We also learn how to prepare for the day. So that's one of the other amazing things. People don't think about this, but we can actually get in a place where we have like stored up energy so that when we deal with some of life's challenges and who know, we don't know what the day is going to bring. Sometimes you do know. Sometimes you know you're going to have a challenging conversation or something, so you can prep for that. So these techniques teach us how to do all that. And what a lot of people know is that the heart and the brain work together. But what they don't realize, most people think more information flows from the brain to the heart. But that's actually not true. And when we're working coherently, the information that's flowing from the heart to the brain has a clear path when we're coherent, because coherency is something that can be measured based on our actual heart rhythms. And our heart rhythms are influenced by our emotions. So these techniques teach us how to repattern our thoughts and combine with our breathing to create this coherency practice. And then the information, excuse me.
Bless you.
Thank you. Can flow through to the brain, and we're able to, well, on a physical level, our immune system works better. We can balance our hormonal systems. We can manage our anxiety. We can help maintain our composure. I mean, it almost sounds too good to be true, right? Right.
Yeah, I love that you're bringing this up now because, first of all, I love the fact that we can have stored energy for like our emergency reserve system. I am excited about
Yeah,
that. I am
yeah,
excited about that because you never know. It's true, we never know what the day will bring. And sometimes we have moments that come out of nowhere that knock us on our ass. And having that extra stored energy is huge.
yeah,
The other thing that you were talking about is I love that you're also bringing up it all starts with the heart. I mean, there's I heart math is amazing. If you guys aren't familiar with heart math, please check it out, and also reach out to Mary Beth about how to do this. But there's so much science now behind our emotions and how they drive everything, our nervous system, our health. And also, through quantum physics, we talk about how our emotions are actually have what our environment is drawn in through our emotions. All our life circumstances drawn in through our emotions, and it all starts with the heart. So I'm so grateful that you're here and we can start unpacking this a bit. So
yeah.
how is it that we can sync up with heart math?
Yeah, so the techniques are so simple to learn. Very clear and straightforward because the brain needs something easy to remember to do it. So the trick is the practice. It's almost like unpacking a new operating system where we're putting the heart in charge and we're learning these new habits. So HeartMath has this amazing technology that is quite affordable. And when I do my sessions now, I actually include the technology as part of my sessions
Cool.
because the sessions are great. We have this one-on-one hour or so together, and you might be all fired up, but in between sessions, now having that technology, the technology actually can show you and helps you train. Am I coherent or am I not? It's very simple to use. It's just a little ear clip and it's monitoring. Yeah, it's
Oh
amazing.
my gosh.
And the technology also has all these guided resources and books. And right now, it works with an app. So, like I said, I
Okay.
I include it in my package because I feel like it's like uh, it's just this additional resource that people have. And could you just get the technology and use the sensor on your own without working with a mentor? Absolutely. Would you send your kids to school with that pile of books and not have them go to class? It's I think that
Right.
I think the two work really well. And the
Mm.
hardest thing about learning this is the practice. And now this technology is great because it makes practicing so easy because you're getting, immediate feedback. Am I coherent or not? What does it feel like? And the difference between the technology that HeartMath offers and some of the other technology like Aura Rings or Fitbits is with the HeartMath technology, we're actually telling you whether or not you're coherent because it's actually what happens is you mentioned the emotions. So we know that our emotions are reflected in our heart rate, in our heart rhythm. And when we're experiencing positive renewing emotions, the pattern is like a gentle sine wave. And when we're experiencing things that deplete our energy, like frustration or anger or upset, or even judgment, like judging something wrong, it's an erratic pattern. So
Yes.
this technology shows you, whereas the other technology, most of it is just measuring how much heart rate variability, which just means your heart beats at different rates. So as we get a little more mature and age, right? That amount of heart rate variability goes down. So that's what those things are measuring, as opposed to what the HeartMath technology measures.
Mm-hmm.
It
Mm-hmm.
helps you train you because you know what it feels like when you're coherent. And like we said, that to get that storehouse of energy, developing a practice like first thing in the morning, It's kind of like giving your body a good night's sleep and a healthy breakfast, and storing, dealing with your nervous system, getting your nervous system set up for the day.
Yeah, that's so huge. And I was just reflecting too on an experience I had that I think maybe some people in the audience might resonate with is many years ago when I was a single mom, I was divorced, and the ex, there was a lot of money stuff. He stole money, and I was struggling. And I had a lot of expectations of him around repaying the money, and I had a lot of stress around money, money, money. And so what was happening is my emotions, right, were really erratic. I was really stressed out. I was really taxed. And I started having to go to the ER for heart palpitations, right? After the second trip to the ER, I realized as a healer, I think I need to check in. I think I need to see energetically what's going on with myself. And instantaneously, it was around the money and around the unrealistic expectations I had of the ex to do these things to quote unquote help me or relieve me or whatever. Once I did the work around releasing that and letting go of that, and it was just like breaking all this armor down, and all this crusty stuff just fell to the floor. You guys, I had no problems with my heart after that. My emotions were stable. I was fine. I actually ended up using gratitude to heal myself as well, and had conversations with him. I actually took him out to lunch. Everything was very amicable, but it literally was something that I was creating through my own emotions that affected my heart and my nervous system and sent me into the emergency room.
I love that story. That I love that, and that's another aspect of this. So
Right.
what I love about these coherency practices, it helps you in whatever level you're at. It can help you at the physical level. It can help you at the emotional and the mental
Mm-hmm.
level. Like, it can enhance your creativity and your intuition. It can also help you at the spiritual level and help
Yeah.
you with that it helps you with your interpersonal relationships, the most important one being the one with yourself. So it can, the more you learn about it, the more you can delve into this and have these realizations to help you that's what I'm super excited about. Like, for all your listeners, I mean, this is probably a spiritual group, right? Like, we're trying to raise our consciousness, and I feel like
Right.
this is key, not only for ourselves but for the planet. And as you mentioned, your thoughts and your emotions affect the field. The thing, one of the techniques we do is share, because we're always feeding the field with however we're thinking and processing
Yes.
emotions.
Mm-hmm.
So when you combine that with this exercise, this practice, and sending the intention, we can send positive energies. We can send it to the war-torn areas of our world, the violence areas. We can send it to people we don't know. We can send it to people we do know. We can help improve those relationships. We can work with forgiveness, like the people we thought we'd never. I mean, I know people say, I love hating this person, right? There's no
Oh
way
yeah,
I'm
we get
gonna
addicted to
forgive.
that emotion. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So there are
Beautiful.
things it can do. Yeah. So would you like to have an experience of it? Would you
Yeah,
think?
so I was just going to ask you if you had something juicy for us to experience right now.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm going to walk you through the steps, and let's just
Let's
experience
do
that.
it.
So if you like, you can close your eyes. You don't have to. That's one more just thing about this. When we practice these techniques, sometimes we do close our eyes, but these techniques are designed to be used eyes open in the moment. So not only do you prep for things, like use them to prep for your day, but if you get triggered and you remember to do these, or you get triggered and instead of beating yourself up when you remember, then you do them, and it kind of helps you get out of that loop faster. So I
Yay.
invite you to close your eyes. And if you like, put your hand on your heart. And this actually, you can either just tap your heart or literally put your hand on your heart, because that just sends a signal to your physical body. Okay, I'm paying a little more attention to my heart. And so I'm
Mm-hmm.
just going to invite everyone to imagine the breath. flowing in and out of the heart or chest area. And breathe a little slower and a little deeper than usual. And find a nice comfortable rhythm with equal inhales and exhales. You can count if you like. But the equal inhales and exhales help soothe our nervous system. So this is always our first step, just focusing on the heart, imagining the breath flowing in and out of the heart, breathing a little slower and deeper, finding an easy rhythm, equal inhales and exhales. And then we're going to add a regenerative feeling, something that makes your heart sing, or just something that makes you smile. And in addition to thinking about that, let your body feel that smile. Maybe it's being with someone you love, or maybe it's just watching a sunset or a sunrise in your special place on the planet. And just continue to try and really feel that feeling. And if you can't, it's okay. It's more about the intention. This is where the practice comes in. You can practice being compassionate with yourself if you're feeling this isn't working for you. And then, because there is so much going on in our world today, just imagine your heart is a little sun. And let's start radiating compassion. We always start with ourselves. Just radiate compassion to yourself. Head to toe, skin to bone. Maybe some gratitude, like Iena mentioned earlier, using gratitude as a great heart renewing emotion. Thanking our bodies. And just holding ourselves in compassion for all those things we think we should have done that we didn't do. It's holding compassion. And then your next breath, as though your heart were a little sun or a little heater, start radiating compassion into the space you're sitting in, into your room, into your home, or wherever you're listening. Just imagine compassion filling your home. And let it start spilling out beyond your four walls into your neighborhood. Blessing all your neighbors, all the neighbors, the ones you love and the ones that maybe challenge you, just sending them compassion. And just imagine this compassion field growing as all of us on the call now are doing this, and wherever we're located, it's rippling out. It's rippling out across the United States, across North America, covering the whole planet. Maybe traveling deep down into the core of Mother Earth and rising up above the ground, above the trees, into the sky, into the universe. And let's just radiate out compassion and peace. And then on your next inhale, you can start to draw your broadcast back in, bring it in a little closer to home until it zooms right back into your room that you're sitting in. And just know that everything you sent out, you're receiving back in. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes.
Oh, that was so beautiful.
Thank you.
Thank you for walking us through that. That was really amazing.
Oh, you're welcome.
That's fabulous. It reminded me too of there's a Tibetan meditation called the Tonglen meditation. It reminds me of that. It's radiating outward, so it's beautiful. That's my favorite.
Yeah. That's when it
Yay!
makes, yeah. Yeah. Because it helps you and it helps everyone else. And you can direct it, you can direct it to a specific person or a group of people or just
Mhm.
share it. Yeah.
Amazing. Oh my gosh. Oh,
Yeah.
thank you so much, Mary Beth, for bringing that to us. So I would like to know now, for those of you in the audience who are resonating with Mary Beth and want to stay connected with her, Mary Beth, what do you have going on right now? How can people get in touch with you?
Yeah, thank you for asking. Well, so every month I do a free, what I call it, energy, astrology, and intuition call. And you can sign up for that on my website. And then it's also posted on YouTube, so you can watch on YouTube. I also am offering a holiday sync up, a 6-week class starting in a couple of weeks. And it's a 6-week, once a week on Zoom. And it's 6 weeks because research shows that we need that consistent practice to notice a change. And then I also
Mhm.
offer, as I mentioned, I offer one-on-one mentoring sessions, which includes that technology, which is really like if you're really ready to make a difference and invest in yourself, get ready for the new year.
Mhm.
Astrology tells us that there's a lot of stuff happening and it's probably not going to lighten up anytime soon. So having that ability to maintain the composure and work with our own heart. Like we all have one. Like, don't you want to learn
Mhm.
to work with it? Don't you want to know what it'll do for you? I mean, it's so powerful. So
That's beautiful. And what is your website, love?
it's called Love Your Life in Sync. And sync is like synchronicity. So SYNC. So I have the website, YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook as well.
Okay, loveyourlifeinsync.com.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay, beautiful. Mary
Yeah.
Beth, I appreciate you so much. Thank you for being here on Transcendent as Fuck. And everybody, just reach out to Mary Beth and find out how you can sync up with Heart Math as well. Thank you so much, beautiful people. Have an amazing day.
Thank you, Iena. Thank you, everyone. Good to talk to you.